My name is Melissa, and this is my debt-free journey. And this is video number 1 of ever. So I'm gonna be posting probably more videos, but I need to get out of debt, and I don't feel like I can breathe unless I am out of it. Oh God. And I feel like I'm drowning. It's like 8 o'clock at night. And yeah, welcome to my chaotic life and my dumb stupidness. Let's just get right to it. So this is like credit card and student loan debt, and I made some stupid decisions, and mostly it was not actually looking at how much I was paying a month and not realizing that I wasn't making enough to include my original rent when I lived in an apartment. And so my apartment rent was going on my credit card, not realizing I wasn't making enough to pay for everything, which is how typical it is. So my student loans are wonderfully both my undergrad and then my failed masters. And yes, I did fail my masters, and it was stupid. And I should have looked better at programs, and the program I was in failed me. And then I failed myself by not looking at payments, not looking at things, not checking things out and everything. And I'm just making this video for future Melissa to not only shame my hair right now, but to also basically just look back and see how far I was, or I am currently. So yeah, we're fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. It's fine. Everything's just on fire. So, okay, so I'll just say my totals. So my totals for student loans and credit card debt is $149,802.37. That is student loans and credit card debt. Monthly, I pay $1,621.55. I stupidly decided to try to get my loans down. I requested them down, and then they added $400 to my payment. So I'm never doing that again. I'm just gonna pay it like it is. So currently right now, my credit card debt is $7,005.38. I pay $400 flat monthly for it. And that is the payment I make. That is double the minimum. So I do pay more than I'm not that stupid. I do pay more than the minimum for my credit card to try to pay that off. Sally Mae, which is my next biggest, is $21,464.67. And so I pay $230.52 a month for that. Nelnet, which was my FAFSA grants / loans, which I don't understand that concept, but I just thought it was free money. It was not. And I don't understand, because technically my family's poor, so why didn't I get any assistance whatsoever? But you know, hindsight's 2020 and 2024. 6 years after I graduated. So yeah. Um, and I paid so for Nelnet now, which was FAFSA, Great Lake Borrowers, whatever. It's $32,688.89. I pay monthly $296.05. This is my biggest one, First Mark, which used to be a private loan, and then they sold it to First Mark. I guess we just sell our debts to everybody, and that's how the American economy works. And that is $88,643.43. I pay $694.98 per month. So that's what equals $149,802.37 and $1,621.55. Currently, I have been gifted a trailer to live in, so I do live in a camper trailer. And rent is $550. My utilities fluctuate from $70 to $200 depending on the months. Usually more during the summer. My utilities is a little bit more because I pay for air, AC and everything. My gas is anywhere during the slow months for my work, which is winter months, is about $120 to about $180 a month in gas. I don't have a car loan, thankfully. However, I do have a really old car. My car is 21 years old, about to be 22, and it has 289,000 miles on it. I'm keeping it as long as I can. Hopefully it can make it to 200, or not 200, it's already at 200,000, well above that. 300,000 miles, if not more. Christmas is probably gonna shoot me right up to 300,000 because I go to Florida for Christmas for a little bit, which will actually lower, thankfully, my payment a little bit for utilities because I shut everything down. I only have one thing, or technically two things running: my fridge and my camera, my internet, and I have a couple things running, and my fish tank. I only have one fish, and he gets one of those big things that lasts like a month and a half. So yeah, during the winter months, I use more propane than in the summer. Summer, I'm only cooking with my propane. So I go through maybe one propane tank a month, maybe two. Depends on how much I'm cooking. During the winter months, because my heat is based off of my off of propane, it's a propane heat. I can go up to $200 a month. So I go from $20 to $25 during the summer to $200 during the month. As you can tell, the winter months are the highest most of the time. Summer months are the lowest. And I've actually learned that for the utilities, I kind of failed last year, and this year I'm going to be working at it better so I don't have to plug in a heater or anything. I do have to keep one running underneath my trailer to keep it warm so my pipes won't freeze, but it doesn't take up that much electricity as opposed to running 2 to 3 heaters at a time, plus an electric blanket. So I'm slowly learning my lessons after a year of being in the trailer. Food right now is $200. But that also includes Sass, which is my cat, Sassafras. Um, and I have learned to prep things for the winter months. So I've bought enough food to last me the winter months, and I'm kind of hoping it lasts me 4 or 5 months. Just because I want to not pay a lot of money for things, and I want to I want the next 13 months to be sort of like a no extra money to pay for things unless I absolutely have to. Internet, I need the internet, unfortunately. And I'll probably need the internet for whatever job I find to help me pay off my debt. So that's $50 a month. And unfortunately, because it's such a small trailer, I have to go to a laundromat. So I pay about $50 to $70 a month for that. So roughly, so that's basically all I pay for. This is the last month I'm paying for Crunchyroll. I just wanted one last month for Crunchyroll. And I kind of made a dumb mistake and did do $50 towards a charity, but I'm okay with that because it was my friend's charity event and it's for children with cancer in the hospital. And as someone who's the majority of her family has had cancer, I just felt I needed to do it. I know I can't afford it, but I'm gonna figure that out. And that means if I have to come in an extra hour or so of work, there we go. Each day. So the total for all of that, rent, utilities, everything, is $14.50 at the highest. So at the highest peak, so if I do all that, it's $14.50. My lowest is $1,010. So worst case scenario, I'm paying about $3,081 or actually $71. I apologize. $71.55. I'm looking at my little journal book right here. It has all my information. And yes, I have a junk journal. I'm sorry, Sass. I'm sorry. She's like, Mom, you threw that hard. So I have a junk journal, and this is how I figure out my life. I don't need a perfect journal because I do not live a perfect life. And I don't think really anybody does, but mainly because my life is chaotic at its finest. And yeah, I just live a very chaotic life. And I shouldn't need to. I need to find relaxing things. So we're gonna figure this next 13 months is no buy zones, so I'm not allowed to buy anything. And yeah, this is a chaotic video as well, so might as well be chaotic. The best case scenario, so at the very end tail of my payments, so this will most likely, so my worst is during the winter, my best is usually during the summer. So my best is $2,631.55 total, including, so that includes those worst and best. What I'm paying is my total for the month. And so that's where the problem is. So on average, I make $17.50 after taxes. I never include taxes in when I'm trying to find this. So after taxes and health insurance, I get paid about $17.50 an hour, which is after taxes, this is the highest I've ever been paid. And especially in a rural town like I live and everything. It kind of just, it's good. It's 1954 before taxes and health insurance. So it's pretty nice. I've this is the highest I've ever been paid. And I love my job. My job's I I I love it. Sorry for the moment. My little orange cat mind just broke off for a moment. So 1750 after taxes and health insurance are taken out. That's roughly what I make about $2,800 a month. So the $2,631.55, perfect. That's my sweet spot, and I can save those $200 for the winter months when I pay a little bit extra. So in reality, it sort of evens out to where I'm literally paycheck to paycheck, and that sucks. It just sucks in general. I'm being paid the most I've ever been paid at $19.54 an hour, and that's crazy to me that I am still living paycheck to paycheck. As I mentioned before, I did try to lower my payment, and they upped it by $400 almost. I think it was like $300 and some dollars. They upped it, and I was just like 390 some or 80 some dollars, and I was just like, I was asking for a downgrade, but okay, great, nice, thank you very much. And I hate that because they don't take into account, like, oh, you need to eat, you need all this, and I just, it blows my mind. But yeah, so my total is $149,802.37. I've said this like bajillion times. I apologize. So that means in 5 years to pay it off, I need to pay $29,960.47 a year towards my loans, which is roughly $2,496.71. I already pay $1,621.55 towards my debt. So that means I need to make, in order to start paying off my debt, $875.16. So it is December 1st, about to be December 2nd. And unfortunately, in 13 days, I am about to not have work. In my area, because of what I do, we are seasonal. And so until January, the end of January, I will be out of work. Which kind of sucks. So I need to figure out how to make extra money, not only while I am off work, but to counteract the remainder of my payments, because of course I get paid still retroactively a little bit, but not by a lot. They do set aside some money for the winter months, but it's not nearly enough money to pay for everything. So I need to find a way to not only make enough money so I'm not asking my parents for help, but to also make it to be able to pay for things and just get it taken care of. And then on top of that, afterwards, I need to start making $875.16. So the problem with trying to get a second job is that I don't know what my schedule's going to be like next year. Because I've been told that I'm going to be moving to day shift. Currently, right now, I am a night auditor. So I work Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday night. And so I go to sleep during the day. So that's been my schedule for the last 2 years. And they said it's going to change hopefully next year. We're gonna see. I hope so. Being a night auditor comes with a lot of health risks, and I've been a night auditor for almost a decade, plus, probably. And I need to be in a healthier situation, and I need to be, I just financially and dietarily. And so this year is the year of change. I am sick and tired of people telling me don't worry about it. I'm sick and tired of people saying, well, are you not happy the way you are? No, I'm not. I'm drowning. The world is drowning. We're drowning in student loans and student debt and everything. And I hate when people are telling me, oh, you force it too much. You force it. What am I forcing? I'm trying to get out of debt. Or when I said to someone, I was like, oh my gosh, I only need to make $875. And they're like, and what am I supposed to do about that? I'm like, encourage people. And I think that's what my main videos are going to be about, is encouraging people to be better, to do better, to help each other out, because I'm sick and tired of this narrative that you're okay, great, you're sick and tired of me talking about it. It's an issue that I need to fix. It's not something that I'm gonna shut up about just because you're sick and tired of me being upset that I'm living paycheck to paycheck, yet I'm making more than I've ever made. I don't own my house. I technically don't own my car because they're gifts. And I'm kind of just sick and tired of it. And this year's going to be the change. This year's going to be where I break myself off from negative people, where I break off myself from people who don't believe in me, which is one of the biggest things, is people don't believe I can do it. And I'm sick and tired of it. And I think that's why I've basically shut down and didn't pay attention to it and was in a depressive state for almost 4 years. And I didn't even realize it. And it's because people kept saying, well, don't worry about it. It's none of your really business. And I'm like, it is my business. It is my... And it auto-zoomed. Hello. Is it auto-zooming? Sorry. And I want to do better for myself, and I want to do better for my cat and my future self. And I don't think I should put my future self into torture just because I can't do something, because people keep telling me I can't do something. People told me I couldn't be a mechanic because I was a girl, and it was bad, and I listened to them, and I keep listening to them, and I think it's my time to stop listening to people and just listen to myself. And I think I need to reflect on myself and do a little bit better. And so my goal for this year is to not spend any extra money. So I stocked up on food. I stocked up on art supplies, which you probably aren't supposed to do, but I did it because I know I'd go insane if I did not. After this month, I have no more subscriptions. I have no more anything. I do have $2.99 from Apple, which isn't, because it's $2.99 in there. And that's just for storage space. So I just, yeah, we're gonna figure this out, and we're gonna create a flow chart, and we're gonna get our life together. We're gonna get a craft together, and we're gonna just believe in ourselves and believe in future Melissa, and future Melissa will have some modicum of freedom, where she's not drowning, where she's not in pain, where she's not just not feeling down on herself. So yeah. We're gonna do this. Future Melissa, we're gonna do this. My account is called Honeybee and Sassafras, because my cat is named Sassafras, and she helps me with the depression. And Honeybee, because Melissa means honeybee, and I love honeybees. So yeah, hopefully I'll look a little better. Hopefully I won't be crying. And hopefully I will feel better about myself. And yeah, we're gonna not ruin my life. We're not gonna keep listening to the naysayers. And we've got this. We've got this, Melissa. We've got this. Bye for now. See you later, future Melissa. And my next video, which I'll probably be filming in the same chaotic desire, is my 30 under 30. That's right. I wanted to do 30 things before I turn 30. 31 things before I turn 30. And we're going to make a list of them, actually. And we'll make a live list while I'm filming. And if someone has an idea of something I can do instead, let me know. Yeah. It'll probably be in my same janky self. Love you. Hopefully. Bye.